Here's something almost no waterfront buyer in Great Neck realizes until they're already under contract. Virginia does not require sellers to specifically disclose whether a property is in a flood zone. And on a waterfront home in places like Bay Island, Alanton, Broad Bay Colony, or Great Neck Point, missing that one step can add hundreds of dollars a month to your payment for as long as you own the house. I'm Andrew Christie with the Coastal Collective at Atlantic Sotheby's International Realty, and if you're thinking about buying a home close to the water in Great Neck, which includes practically any home in Great Neck, I'm here to share some valuable information that may save you many thousands of dollars during the time you own your home. So stick around. Now, to be clear, being in a flood zone is not automatically a bad thing. A lot of Great Neck's most desirable waterfront neighborhoods sit partially in AE or VE flood zones. That's normal for coastal property. The problem is that many buyers assume waterfront house equals standard flood insurance. That's not how it works. Two homes on the same street can have dramatically different flood insurance costs depending on elevation, flood zone designation, and whether there is a valid elevation certificate. And the elevation certificate is the big one. That single document can completely change the insurance premium. I've seen situations where one buyer pays a relatively manageable amount for flood insurance, while another buyer nearby is paying several $100s more every single month because the elevation situation was different or the documentation wasn't available. And here's where buyers get caught. Most people don't think about this during the showing phase because they're focused on the water views, the dock, the kitchen, the backyard, the lifestyle. Then they go under contract, and then the insurance quote comes back, and suddenly the monthly payment is way different than they expected. That's why one of the smartest things a waterfront buyer can do in Great Neck is investigate the FEMA flood zone, the current flood insurance, whether the policy is assumable, the elevation certificate, finished floor elevation, prior flood claims, and any upcoming insurance changes before they remove contingencies. Especially in neighborhoods like Bay Island and Alanton, where waterfront premiums can vary dramatically property to property. This is one of those hyper-local details that doesn't show up on Zillow searches or generic home tours, and honestly, this is why local waterfront expertise matters. So if you're thinking about buying in Great Neck, especially waterfront property, I put together the same flood zone and water due diligence checklist I use with my buyers. You can grab it inside the Great Neck Insider Report at greatneckinsiderreport.com. I also break down neighborhood-specific insights, market trends, and things most buyers don't learn until it's expensive. I hope you found this information useful. If you did, I invite you to follow along. I'm constantly posting helpful information about buying, selling, and living in the beautiful Great Neck area of Virginia Beach. If you have any questions or if I can be helpful in any way, feel free to reach out. I'm Andrew Christie with the Coastal Collective at Atlantic Sotheby's International Realty. Coastal living starts here. I'll see you next time.